the bravest policeman, actually the bravest police, he said, that he knew, has served this force for nearly 30 years. They are grieving tonight. We saw a number of family members going in and out of the hospital all evening long, trying to get an update on the condition of their officers that are here at this hospital. But again, as you mentioned, a very, very, very difficult night for city officials, law enforcement, everyone involved here tonight with the city of Florence, from the sheriff's department as well as the police department. Of course, we are going to continue to stay on top of this story out here as new details, new information continues to unfold. We will be talking about this, I'm sure, for months to come as the city really grasps what took place this evening and how many people are really impacted by what took place here in Florence. For now, reporting live in Florence from outside the McLeod Regional Medical Center, Devon Roming, ABC 15 News.
All right, Devon is at one hospital. ABC 15's Nick Papadonis is at another, the Carolinas Hospital System. Let's listen in live now with Nick.
Hey, Trey and Summer, I'm here, as you guys said, at the Carolinas Hospital System. We are just across the street from the hospital. I'll give you guys a look in just a second. We've been told that the media briefing that we were expecting might be delayed a little bit. So here's what we got for you right now. The hospital is on a lockdown right now, which means except for the emergency department, you can't get through stops. You know, if you're in a real emergency, you can, of course, come and they will take care of you. There is a full emergency room in there. We know that we know that certain people involved in this scene have been taken to this hospital for treatment. They have patients here, at least one. We are not being told, though, how they are connected to this scene. Again, we don't know if it's one of the officers or more than one of the officers that has been shot. We don't know if it's the suspect in this case that has been taken here as well. So we've been told the hospital is no longer supplying any information to us directly. They said wait for the media briefing, and until then, we're just going through the sheriff's office, which our other reporters on scene are doing for us. So I want to show you guys real quick. Let me just turn this around. There's the hospital right there. I'm going to put my mouth really close to this microphone. That's just a long shot of the hospital. It doesn't look any different than it normally does. And so this is the emergency room right there. So that's what you guys can see right there. So again, we'll stay on top of this, and if you guys check in a little bit, I'll be here for you guys. In Florence, Nick Papadonis, ABC 15 News.
All right, Nick, thank you very much for that report.
And again, that hospital put on lockdown. We still don't exactly know why. Yeah. Nick will stay there. Just to clarify, we've got teams all over Florence tonight. Nick is monitoring Carolinas Hospital. Devon is over at McLeod. Tanya was on the actual scene and is also roaming. We've got plenty of folks out there working for you tonight. And of course, you are helping us as well. If you can safely send us pictures and information, many of you really help us when we're in wall-to-wall coverage like this. So let's go ahead and check Twitter right now. I know Lindsey Graham just tweeted something, said heartbroken over the shooting involving the Florence area police officers. God bless those who choose to protect us and their families. We are keeping them in our prayers.
And while we keep that tweet up, I want to read what Mayor Brenda Bethune of Myrtle Beach just posted on Facebook. Please join.
Officers going to need counsel that were there when the incident occurred. These officers went there unknowing the firepower the suspect had. And again, they thought it was a random search warrant. But when they arrived, gunfire started. Several officers were hit. I want to thank Florence Police Department. Those guys were they were minutes away and assisted us as well. You know, it's great when you do have that relationship with other officers and other agencies that you call them for help. And we can work as one entity. I would ask that you please put these families of these officers in your prayers. Please lift them up. The victims in this case need all the help and support we can give them. We're going to make sure they're taken care of. And I would ask you, please, those who live in Vintage Place, bear with us. We know this chaotic. We realize that what's going on, they don't understand. But I ask that you please bear with us. I ask the people that live in Vintage Place off my road. This area is safe. The suspect is in custody. But we'll probably go through the night working those crime scenes as well. And any additional information would probably have to come from Sheriff Lott, Richland County Sheriff's Office, who is assisting us as far as the crime scene and the investigation is concerned.
Still here on Hoffmeyer Road, maybe 500 yards or so from the scene. Jordy tried to get a little closer for them so they can see it. Police are still down there actively investigating. Take a look here. You see this guy at this sheriff's deputy's car. He undoubtedly lives in the area, and he's been here waiting. You can see him pacing back and forth and looking down there. He's trying to, plead his case to deputies to get home. I'm going to talk with these two ladies here. This is Tori Richardson and Lee Polkey. All right, Lee, right here. Lee, she lives in Vintage Place, and Tori lives over in Meadows, which is right across from Vintage Place. First of all, how did you find out what happened?
Really just through the internet. Just getting posts and people texting me asking if we were okay. And
what is it like not being able to get to your house because your children are home?
I do. I have 2 kids at home and they're safe. I know they're okay, but they want to know when I'm going to be home, and so that stuff. Not being able to get to them. It's been a couple of hours, so.
What about you? You said you got a call from your neighbor. You got a call from your neighbor earlier saying don't go home.
I'm home. I was on my way to pick my son up from after school, and I got a text message saying don't come home. There's an active shooter, and that was around 5 o'clock, and she just texted me around 7 and said it's clear to come back home, but on my way home, the police officers are saying we can't go to our home.
What is it like that's waiting? I talked with a guy earlier who says, I don't mind waiting, but if they have the suspect in custody, I wonder why we can't go to our homes.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Is it still a threat? Is it more than one person? It's just difficult, and I just want to go home.
Lee, when you